Guys, I have a very special guest with me today. Her name is Nicole Darlington. She's my cousin, and today I'm going to have her be the lawyer. I'm going to be a client, and she's going to be giving me advice based on various scenarios. Nicole, you ready for this?
I'm ready.
Let's see how this is going to go, you guys. All right, so she doesn't know the scenarios. I'm going to be making them on the spot, and she's going to tell me what to do. All right, so Nicole, first scenario. So I am coming to you as the lawyer. I am in a relationship for the last 5 years. I'm not married, but I'm in a common law relationship.
Okay.
And my wife and myself, we live in the same house. My common law wife, right? We live in the same house. And for the last 2 years, she's been really violent towards me. She's been pelting items towards me. Sometimes she cuffs me, she scrapes me. In addition to that, she also says a lot of nasty words towards me. I'm coming to you because I need help. I need help. What would you tell me to do? What was your advice?
So, first of all, if you're coming to me as a guy, I have to applaud you for speaking out about domestic violence against men.
Yes, it's bad. She's been beating me really bad.
That's. I give you a pat there. So, first of all, in that situation, for 2 years, that is very long for somebody to take that length of abuse.
Patience. I've been waiting, hoping that she changes.
First of all, I had to ask you, did you try to seek help, counseling? Did you all go to the pastor? Did you all seek any legal advice? For you all to work on that relationship if you really, really love that person.
All right. Well, yes, let's say that I did go to a pastor and we had conversations, and whenever she's before the pastor, she behaves a certain way, but then whenever she's home, it's the same old.
Yeah, they don't normally.
So this is why I'm coming to you now. I really can't take it any further.
Well, if you can't take it any further, I would suggest that you go legally and put a restraining order on that person so that they can stay a certain feet away from you, especially if you really want to get out of that relationship, because that's a toxic relationship to be in, and you don't want to be in that.
So how am I going to get this restraining order? Where do I go? What do I do?
Well, you can go to a lawyer, or you can go to the court.
You are the lawyer.
Oh yeah, I'm the lawyer, forget. But you can you come to the right person.
Right.
So, first of all, we will do a restraining order. We will file it in the courtroom. Right? Okay. We will carry it to court and get a restraining order. The police officers will carry out that restraining order and serve it to her.
Okay.
That way she have to stay.
Last night she pelted a pot on me, and I got a big bruise on my back. What should I do?
My advice is to leave.
Yeah?
Yeah, leave. Just leave. Just leave. Don't even let she know when you're leaving. Just wake up. When you go to work, pack your bags and just leave. Go by a family member, go by a friend. Just take a break away from that person.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think those are some good steps that Nicola identified as to what needs to be done.
Yes.
Let me just tell you some of the stuff that I would have probably suggested to the client. So remember the client, I told you that I got a lash in the back of my back yesterday, right? So you'd want to ask about any sort of medical treatment that I received,
yes.
right? So
you gotta go to the hospital to get proof that you're being abused.
Abused, right?
So yes.
So that's one step I would have told the client, to go to the hospital, get a medical, and you also said to get the police involved. So what I would normally do is to ask the client to go to the police officers, make a report about what's happening, because that is also some form of evidence that you could use in the courthouse. Further to that, if there are neighbors as well who may be hearing and know about what is happening, see if they might be willing as well to come into the court and give evidence when need be. But as you said, you need to go to the court. You'll have to go to the court and speak to the assistants there, the registrar or the GP or so,
yes.
And they would complete the relevant form and bring the application before the court. If it's something urgent, sometimes I've seen where in those scenarios you would have the matters being heard on the same day. you go to the court made the application in the morning, and because of the urgency and the seriousness of the matter, they would have the matter heard in the afternoon or possibly the following day, just to get an interim protection order, which means that it's a temporary order until my wife is to come before the court, and she'll be able to have an opportunity to explain whether or not the allegation they're true or false, and then explain why. And if there's need be as well for her to get some sort of assistance if she's only pelting me with various pots and all these things, you know, the court will see how they could also assist her. But not too bad, you guys. Just leave a little comment down there for Nicole. Not too bad in terms of the advice, giving me legal advice. Let's go to our next scenario. Now, I'm still husband and wife. So I have my wife, and but we're living good now. We're living all right. Okay?
Right.
We're living all right. And what happened is we decided to look for a contractor to build some cupboards in the house. We paid the contractor $10,000.
Right.
This was in the month of January 2020, right?
Right.
And he said that he was going to complete the work within 4 months.
Right.
And he failed to do the work. We bought the material, we paid him the $10,000, and nothing has been done. He signed a contract saying that it was going to be completed within the 4 months period, and we gave him the design and everything, and he has failed to do it. What should I do? I'm coming to you. Tell me, what should I do? My wife, she might start to become violent again because we don't
want that. We don't want that. So first of all, you did the right thing by doing a contract, because I was listening to see if you did a contract instead of a verbal contract, because then you have no proof of you giving this person the work to do, right? So you did a contract. The contract was broken because he broke the contract. He didn't finish the work in time. First of all, did you have a receipt stating that you paid the amount of money? Because contract does say that you probably paid the money.
Well, lawyer, I do have a receipt. This is the receipt here. Yeah, so
again, well, since you have all your proof of your contract, your receipts of the materials that was purchased, plus the receipt that we paid him the money to finish your work, and you have phone records that I believe that you call the contractor to make sure that you put all these steps in place. So now you are here in this position. You can carry it to the police station or to your lawyer. And
you are the lawyer.
I am the lawyer. I keep forgetting. So as I'm the lawyer, you brought it to me. Again, we can take it further. We can carry it to the court, where those people in the court.
Yes.
Can also take it further from where you have brought it. So we could take it further from there, get in contact with the contractor, and find out what was the reason why he failed to obligate his contract. What was the reason why? And if you all kind of come to understanding, I think you can press charges to get a refund on your money. And yeah, there we go to the real lawyer.
Okay. She used a lot of terms that I think may not necessarily be used in civil matters. Go to the police, press charges, all of that. But and then you kind of mix up the steps that you would normally take. So she spoke about going to the court firstly and then having discussions and negotiations. And so what you normally would do, once the client comes with all of the documents, you make the inquiries as to the terms of the contract, what were the expectations on both sides, ensure that all of the relevant requirements of a contract exist. There was an offer, acceptance, there was a payment of monies, intention to create legal relations, and so I'll have to do a video on a contract itself, you guys, so just bear with me. But those are some important terms that you must look at when it comes to a contract. As you said, this contract is written, which is always a very good evidence to use whenever you're going to court with these matters. So the first thing that you do when you gather all of your evidence is that you send a pre-action protocol letter, a lawyer letter to the contractor. So once you have the name of the contractor, once you have the address, and you have the information, you send that letter to the contractor. Then you give them a time to respond. And it's either when they receive the letter, they could either accept liability and they say that they're going to make the payment or so, refund as the case would be. Or he could deny the allegation and say, no, I completed this this task and so on, but he'll certainly have to prove that he completed this task. And if it is that the response isn't satisfactory, then you would have to go to the court and you go before the judge. If it's less than $50,000, you're going to go before the petty civil court. So it's going to be a petty civil judge, but if it's more than $50,000, it's going to be at the High Court. All right. So you should check that video out where I did with the pre-action protocol letters.
Right.
But not too bad. Not too bad.
Okay.
All right. So good job. Good job. So you guys, I think that would be all of the scenarios I'm going to be giving Nicole for today. And I think you don't want to be a lawyer. That'd be a nice.
No.
No, but she did an all right job. She did an all right job. Nicole is a businesswoman. She has a store. Where is the store?
At Port Mall, top floor.
That's right, at Port Mall. And I'm sure, and it's what's the name of the business?
The name of my business is Extreme Nails Beauty and Barber Salon.
And there I'm sure that there'll be a lot of persons who will be coming in and who's talking about what, because I believe in those type of places there's a lot of discussions about life. You know, so
yeah, a lot.
Yeah, and people will be giving all kind of advice, I'm sure there, but people should go to their lawyers.
Yes.
Whenever they need to get proper legal advice, you know, whosoever it may be, you know, you just go and go and speak to your lawyer and get your advice there. Because Nicole might be giving you some information, and whosoever else might be working there with you might be giving certain information that
it might be wrong.
It may be wrong. It may be right. It may be wrong. Maybe right.
Yes.
But always seek independent legal advice, whichever island or whichever country may be in. Just go by your lawyer, speak to your lawyer, and yeah, you get your proper advice there. So you guys, I want to thank Nicole for being here with me today, and you guys would see that we are outside just relaxing, enjoying the environment here while we have discussions about the law. On this channel, it's all about simplifying the law and making it easy for you to understand. So if you haven't already, just make sure that you subscribe. Just help me there. Subscribe right below there and just give me a thumbs up if you got some value from this video. And you guys, share the video, look at my other videos, and thank you so much again, Nicole, for being with me today.
You're welcome.
Yeah? You guys take care for now.